こんばんは。日曜日ワークスです。今日は、コールオブファレスというゲームをやっていきたいと思います。このゲームは、そうですね、西部劇のガンマンになって、そこを作っていくゲームです。とりあえず、ノーマル治療できたんで、ハードで、トロフィー10匹を取りたいなと思って、頑張ります。
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Well, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
3月にゆりさんが凄腕のガンマンで昔話をしながら物語が演説して
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Steve のワンマンのということで、そこ、ハンドガン以上で基本的にやっていきたいと思います。コキちゃん、FPS たまにやるんですけど、あんまり上手くないんで、
That's not fair.
I knew those two morons would never let me through.
Is he with us?
I had no choice.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Spread out, goddammit!
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out of it. So that's just what I did.
Stay on it! Cover fire!
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
左上の G のマークが光ってるとスローモーションでいけます。
about the time! Watch out! One of them!
God damn it, he's right behind us!
Where the hell's
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there. Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. The right position is very important.
たまに
Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do?
花がスローモーションに
Indeed,
出てるので
darling. But where was
出
I?
てないと
Oh, yeah.
取ってしまう。
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
こんな感じですね。右か左を瞬時に判断しないと見えます。
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Watch your flank!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
I'm putting you down!
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave, and upstairs I found Billy and Charlie Beaudry. Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo! Grab a gun and get to the window!"
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming. That's when Charlie got in. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Texas かな。
Where'd he come from?
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatlin!" Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Wanna make a run for it? Those poor sons of bitches are done.
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack is just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star. You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake. And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. And stepped inside, and BAM! Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid. It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape, too. My first order of business was finding a firearm. Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun. I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Shot Jim Bell!
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kid's escape raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Kid, get away!
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could. Some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever going to find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's faith.
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
Go to hell.
Come out from behind there! Hey, I'll flank town somewhere!
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring.
Check the windows, lock the door! Bernie, get you! I've got this! We're gonna get back!
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Get your head stowed!
There's children here.
Let him get away!
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
Show yourself, coward! I'll flank him! Get it out!
You're threatening a lot.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
That son of a bitch!
Extra decency?
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Boy, you are...
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
I don't get paid enough for this! How the hell did he get away? We can take him! Let's do this! We're gonna be in deep shit when that gets back!
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
because Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. "Hello, Bob," I said. "I think you better let me go." And he says, "I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun." So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself. I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Bad guy.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Where's he going?
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
You'll die for this, you hear me? That's bad enough.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo. I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament. I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins. I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till Kingdom Come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun. Let me tell you, that was the longest uphill climb of my entire damn life. Well, one of the longest. There was that one time I was pursuing Frank James, Jesse James's brother.
Jesse James?
Perhaps we could talk about that one later. Now, where was I? Right. I had old man Clanton in my sights.
Oh, gotta reload. I don't know how you lived this long.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Son of a bitch! Don't let that son of a bitch get away with that! Wait! Goddamn bullet! Try me and wait! Goddamn bullet! You one stupid zombie! Would you just die? I don't know how you lived this long. What'd I ever do to you? Wait! Goddamn boat! Damn contraption, damn to death! You are stupid zombie!
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral. A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bait.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why.
Earp's coming!
Get ready, boys. But first, I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious. Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise, and after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
Damn, he's fast!
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Send him to hell!
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
You maniac!
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other, and I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
Time to die!
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack. Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Can you shoot around corners? Dynamite!
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand. Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
You working for Wyatt Earp?
Come
Son of
on,
a bitch, Earp, send you to kill me? Still standing. Well, son. You're dead! You asshole! Fighting like a scared little puppy! Working for Wyatt Earp. No one kills Curly Bill!
やってってくるんだ。ここで思ったわけに。
You're going to the gates of hell! Get him, boys!
やっぱり今はそうですね。今の実践と今船。
Beep him!
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil! You working for Wyatt Earp? If that sumbitch Earp send you You made your peace, brother. Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me? I'm gonna kill you like I killed Morgan Earp. You can't hide forever, boy.
本当にありがとう。
Let's see what you got. You want some more?
引っかかってる。
Come on outside. You asshole!
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo. I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did. I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us.
Oh, yeah? Who the hell is that?
My late father pointed out to me more than once. God made men, and Samuel Colt made them equal. I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
What the heck is that?
There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
Time to blow your shit up.
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
Put that moron out of his misery.
Dangerous, desperate individual. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was tough. Or had some kind of death wish. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere. One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing? No. I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
What are you? Yeah. You can't beat the innocents. Did you see that? You can run, but you can't hide forever. I'm putting you down. Stand up. Die.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts can be as deep as hell.
Wanna see me do it again? Be good.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Mine shaft.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at. All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
Thank you. Time to blow your shit up. I do not deserve to die like this.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb. I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane. It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder way into the mine from the opposite side.
こちらは選んだできなかったことですね。びっくりした。
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I was determined not to give up, however. That Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder. I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell?
You're dead! Oh, let's do this!
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better. Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Gonna blow you into next week! This is just getting worse and worse for you, ain't it?
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
I can see too! They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! You're really chapping my ass! No blood honey for you today! This is gonna hurt! You can shoot, but can you aim? I got a lot more dynamite than you. And you can throw dynamite. That's this, you son of a bitch! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out! Gonna blow you into next week, boy! This cocksucker is smarter than he looks! You ain't taking me! You ain't beefing me! No blood money for you today! They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! You can shoot, but can you aim? That's what did you? Good man. No blood money for you today. Gonna blow you into next week, boy! I'm going all medieval on your ass! You ain't taking me! I'm really chapping my ass! I can shoot too! What the heck just happened? They're gonna bury you in a million pieces! Get out here! You can shoot, but... No blood money for you today! They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! I'm going all medieval on your ass! I can shoot too! Nice shot! Bet you can't do it again! You ain't taking me! Not you, moron! They're gonna bury you in a million pieces!
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard.
ちょっと疲れたんで。
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
びっくりした。アーケードまでっていうのがあるんで、ちょっとこれ、やってみます。なんか、またねの、これだけ、高く返せるから、みたいな、ゲームですね。
Let's do this. We can take him. You'll die. You hit. I'll flank you. Hey, I'll flank you.
ポテトエリーで頑張ります。
We can take him.
ここにいましたね。見えなかった。
Let's do this. I think he's scared. Get paid enough for this.
これ入るんだ。ここで攻撃できる。
Shoot him, man! Damn ears are ringing.
こんな感じです。面白い。全然ダメですよね。今、テレビで。タイトルで、ちゃんと、よろしくお願いします。いいですかね。いいじゃん。ちょっとこれでやってみます。あ、すごい。これだこれ。
Someone shoot that bastard! Goddamn him! Crazy!
面白いですね、この野郎。これはラッキー。これはいいな。すごい。どういうこと？
Plumber wants that asshole dead.
なんか、壁を抜いてきてる。カバン入り。上に来ますね。気づかなかった。そういうことか。そういうことだ。
Plumber wants that asshole dead. You can't beat the innocent. I'm here. I'm fine.
畑の方がうまいですね、私。あとは、次は、また。 それが、無事に救い取れるんですかね。ちょっと厳しいな。満足したんで、今日はここで終わりにしたいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。バイバーイ。